be torn apart and Ethan's gonna be miserable. Is that what you really want?
I don't want Ethan to be unhappy. I just want him to follow his heart.
And if he does follow his heart, you really believe that he's gonna choose you?
Honestly, putting my dreams aside, I saw the way Ethan looked at Gwen just now. He loves her. You're right, he's gonna marry her, and I'm gonna have to find a way to go on living.
You know, this is just unbelievable. You keep going on about how wonderful it is to be in love, but all I ever see is pain. Why do you keep putting yourself through this?
I can't help the way I feel, Whitney.
All right, well, you know what? You can just count me out.
But we made a deal. If Ethan said that he loves me, you would have to tell Chad how you feel about him.
Well, it looks like I'm not going to have to uphold my end of the deal now. Besides, I wouldn't anyway. Not after seeing the pain that you're in, okay? There's no way I would want to put myself through this kind of agony.
Look, you gotta follow your heart, man. You gotta tell Teresa how you feel. And don't even think of saying you made some mistake by saying you loved her.
Well, I won't, Chad. I mean, when I thought Teresa might die, I realized how much I do love her.
So you're gonna tell Gwen the wedding's off?
But see, that's just it. I love Gwen, too. And I don't want to hurt her. And if my love for Teresa isn't strong enough to make me walk away from Gwen, then I have to be honest and tell Teresa. And besides, if Gwen's father doesn't pull through, then she's going to need me now more than ever.
Man, I do not envy you. Because no matter what you do, you're gonna hurt somebody.
Yeah, I know. And I love them both. Eve, I respect you as a doctor, but something isn't right about your story.
My story?
Your explanation for Sheridan's nightmares, that they were only caused by her guilt over her mother's death.
Does something bother you about that, Luis?
Yeah, it just doesn't follow, Hank. Sheridan's mother did not die the night my father disappeared. And that is when she started having her nightmares.
I agree with Luis. There has to be some sort of connection between my nightmares and his father's disappearance.
Well, I can only tell you what Sheridan told me under hypnosis.
Yeah, Eve's the only one who heard Sheridan. She should know what she said.
Exactly, so why didn't you say that in the first place? Why'd you let Sheridan get all strung out thinking that she murdered my father when you knew that she didn't kill anyone? And why did you let me think that she had murdered my father?
Come on, Eve. Think of a good lie. You have to convince Luis that Sheridan's nightmares were about her mother. I'll end up in prison.
So why do I get the feeling that you don't want Sheridan to connect my father's disappearance to her nightmares?
Would you stop bullying Dr. Russell?
This is all your fault, isn't it, Julian? You threatened Eve that she'd lose her job at the hospital if she continued with the hypnosis. That's why she's trying to convince us my father's disappearance had nothing to do with you and your old man.
Luis, hold on a second here. Are you accusing Eve of something?
I'm not accusing her of anything. I'm just trying to understand why the story changed.
I'd like to know too, Eve.
Sheridan went through a lot of pain to uncover the past and what's been haunting her. This is very important to her to find out what happened that night. And to me. She knew her future was at stake, and she didn't hide from discovering the truth.
You let me come out here and confess to killing Luis's father. Why, if it's not true?
So, was it all a dream? Or did Sheridan murder my father? Tell us the truth, Eve.
You can't run from love, Whitney. I know how you feel about Chad, no matter how much you deny it.
Teresa, I don't believe that people don't have control over their feelings. And I don't want to be in love, okay? I've seen what it's done to you, and I don't want any part of it.
But if your heart tells you that you want to be with Chad, don't you have to listen?
No, absolutely not. I mean, why would a sane person go out of their way to suffer the way that you have suffered?
You're right. I have suffered. And I know it's crazy, but even with all the pain that I've been through, I am still glad that I told Ethan I love him.
Even if he comes back in here and tells you he's still gonna marry Gwen?
Yes. I would give my soul to have Ethan tell me that he wants to marry me. And I know that he cares about me, but not as much as he loves Gwen.
You're in a tight spot, man. I mean, if you tell Gwen that you love Teresa and that you're calling off the wedding, then...
Gwen will be crushed.
Yeah. But if you tell Gwen that you love Teresa, but you still want to marry her, then Teresa's going to be the one who's crushed.
Now, if I decide to go through with the wedding, I can't tell Gwen that I love Teresa. What bride wants to walk down the aisle knowing her groom is thinking about another woman?
Yeah, well, you'd be lower than dirt if you did that.
Yeah. No, but I can't just pretend that I don't have feelings for Teresa. I mean, that wouldn't be fair to either one of them.
Yo, the first thing I think you should do is just put the brakes on these wedding plans, all right? Just put it off for a while till you work all this stuff out.
But if I do that, Gwen's gonna want to know why. And if I tell her why, I know her. She's gonna want me out of her life for good.
Well, I hate to sound cold, man, but, yo, maybe that's the best thing. All right? No, listen, I mean, just a nice, clean break, and then you're free to love Teresa.
No, but I still love Gwen. Chad, we have been together for so many years. I mean, Gwen trusts me. And we have an intimate and loving relationship.
Well, you can't have your cake and eat it, too, man. Come on. Yo, and don't forget, you were torn apart when you thought you were going to lose Teresa, and you can't turn your back on that. I mean, how can you even think of marrying Gwen when every cell in your body is aching to be with Teresa?
Here it is. See, it's just a harmless garter snake. I knew it wasn't dangerous.
Fabulous. Now, can we let him go now, please?
Yeah, I'll let him go. Wait, listen to this. The black mamba snake out of Africa is the world's most dangerous snake. Its venom produces paralysis of the vocal cords, restlessness, drowsiness, collapse, coma, then death. All in a matter of minutes. Man.
I'm glad we'll never find any of those in Harmony.
Okay, what do you mean I can't leave? I got the lanterns.
I want to talk to you about Charity.
Well, what about Charity? Is she okay?
I don't think so. Miguel, I'm really worried about her.
Why?
I saw her earlier, arguing with a tree.
A tree? You're joking, right?
No. Miguel, I'm serious.
Well, she was probably just talking to herself.
Or maybe she was having another one of those premonitions. And if those premonitions get bad, she may have to be hospitalized again.
No, I'm not gonna let that happen. All right, Charity is not a danger to anyone.
Please don't let the snakes kill Kay, Miguel. Shut up and keep sticking the drinks through the hole. No! Timmy's not sticking any more sticks through the hole, even if it means you never, ever get your powers back.
You dare to test us, doll boy? Do as you're told.
Please, help him. Timmy didn't mean anything.
If you or your little doll boy disobey us again, we're gonna give you snakes for hair.
No, Timmy will be good. Timmy will be good. Oh, yes, we'll do anything you want us to, anything. Thank you, evil one.
Hey, the lanterns are empty. I better try to find some oil.
My dad usually keeps oil on one of these shelves.
Okay.
I'll help you look.
Tabitha, have you seen Kay?
No, I can't say I have.